Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. After a long time, today we meet again. So in the previous classes, we have discussed about types of points. There, mainly we discussed about interval, neighborhood, interior points and limit point of a set. Today we discuss about point of condensation. So our first question is, what is condensation? Condensation is a natural phenomenon that occurs when air shrinks so much that it is no longer able to capture and hold humidity. That causes warm, moist air. Also, we have noticed that when we keep a frizzy water bottle on the table, then there are so much condensation of points of water drops and they are in accumulated and densed in condition. So now what is the mathematical term point of condensation means? At first, for this we need a non-empty set S. So take S be a non-empty subset of scriptor, that is set of all real numbers. Then let x be a real number. So a real number x is said to be a point of condensation of S if every neighborhood of this point x contains uncountably many points of the set S. So x is said to be a point of condensation if every neighborhood of x contains uncountably many points of the set S. So now we discuss about an example. Suppose S is this set 1 3 open interval. So we draw this set. Clearly, if x be any arbitrary member of this set, then we can see that any neighborhood of this set, this point x, contains uncountably many members of this set S. So any member of S is a point of condensation of S. Now see these two endpoints 1 and 3. For 1, if we take any neighborhood, say any delta neighborhood of 1, that means this is delta minus 1, this is delta plus 1. So this neighborhood, delta neighborhood of 1, this is any neighborhood for all delta greater than 0, that is here delta is any positive real number. So for this for every delta neighborhood of 1 contains uncountably many members of this set. This right side portion of this interval, that is 1 comma delta plus 1, this open interval section contains uncountably many members of this set. So this 1 point is also a point of condensation of S. Similarly, 3 is also a point of condensation of S. Therefore, here each of the point of this set is a point of condensation, along with two endpoints 1 and 3 are also points of condensation of S. Now our next observation is there any comparison between the limit point of a set and the point of condensation of a set? So have a look. In case of point of condensation, every neighborhood of the point x must contain uncountably many members of the set. Now in case of limit point, what is our requirement? Every neighborhood, that is a real number x, is said to be a limit point of the set S. point of condensation of S, if this, so a real number x is said to be a limit point of the set S if every neighborhood of x contains at least one point of the set other than x. So, in case of limit point, we need just only we need at least one point of S other than x. But in case of point of condensation, we must need uncountably many points of S in the neighborhood of x. So, from this discussion, we conclude that every point of condensation implies that that point will be a limit point of the set 2. So, if x be a point of condensation, then x will be a limit point of that set. If x is a point of condensation of S, then x is a limit point of S2. But converse of this statement is not true. For this, see this example. If we take S as the set consists of all the points of the form 1 by n, where n is a natural number. So, where n belongs to n, the set of all natural numbers, and the set is, this is 1, this is half, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, and so on. These members are the members of this set. Now, clearly we know that 0 is a limit point of this set. And the technique is, by Archimedean property, we can conclude that, or we get that 0 is a limit point. So, just recap the version. Already we have discussed Archimedean property in our previous video. So, just recap the part. Say, so first, 0 is a limit point, or 0 will be a limit point of S if every neighborhood of 0 contains at least one point of S other than 0. So, at first we take delta greater than 0, that is, delta is any positive real number. Now, by Archimedean property, for delta greater than 0, there exists a natural number k such that 0 less than 1 by k less than delta. Now, that is, we can write in this way. Suppose this is delta 1 by k. So, the previous term will be 1 by k plus 1, and this is 1 by k plus 2. This is 1 by k plus 3, and so on. So, we can see that 0 less than 1 by n less than delta for all n greater or equal to k. That is, and here minus delta also. So, minus delta less than 1 by n less than delta for all n greater or equal to k. So, we get this. Therefore, 1 by n belongs to 0 minus delta, 0 plus delta within interval for all n greater or equal to k. And this is the delta neighborhood of 0. So, we see that for every delta greater than 0, that is, every delta neighborhood of 0 contains these members 1 by n, and these 1 by n are the members of this set. So this 1 by n belongs to n delta 0 for all n greater or equal to k. That is, this neighborhood contains the members of set from the certain stage k, 1 by k, 1 by k plus 1, 1 by k plus 2 and so on. Therefore, here for the need of a limit point, there must be at least, that is, the neighborhood must contain at least one member of the set other than 0, but here countably many members of the set inside the neighborhood other than 0. So clearly 0 is a limit point of S. But here every delta neighborhood of 0 contains countably many members of the set, but for point of condensation we need this: every neighborhood of X contains uncountably many points of S. So here 0 is a limit point of the set S, but 0 is not a point of condensation of the set. From this example we conclude that no countable set has point of condensation, right? So I think you enjoy this video, and for the upcoming videos please follow the videos and keep watching. Thanks to everyone.